What's going on, you guys? In this episode of Stranded Alien Done, I'm going to be focusing on getting the individual houses for my survivors going. To do this, they're going to need to start placing a bunch of stone out. So if I'm going to have 8 survivors, I need to figure out how much room I need to add for each of these houses. So to start off, let's see how long of a wall we have. So that's 16. So I'm probably looking at about 9. A 9 by 16 potentially, or a 9 by 10. Let me try that. Let me try a 9 by 10. Okay, and then the same thing over here. Another 9 by 10. 10 long by 9. And then okay. So I have a bit of a problem. As you can see, that gives me room for 6, which is what I have right now. I'm hoping that since there's 3 men and 3 women, they might want to shack up, which would save me some room if I had 2 more survivors. Because then that's 3 right, like it could be 3 right here, and then 2 and whatever else. But I'm gonna go for 6 for right now. So that's the room sizes for the actual wall, or for the actual ceilings. Get those in. And then over here as well. One more time. And then let's get the doors put on. Just make them out of wood. Doesn't have to be dead center, just whatever looks good. I think that looks good. So there we go. And over here, I might even be able to put some, nah, not even gonna worry about that. Okay, so that's the next thing to build. I have a ton of stone to farm. 10,000. Good Lord. Alright, time to get busy. There's no way that's all the stone over here. I guess that is. Ew. Thankfully, there's a ton of stone right here. Huh? Hold on. Nest formation. Where? Ew. What are you doing right there? Alright, well, let's get the rocks. And that should be enough, I believe. I wish I had a better spot for stone, not gonna lie. I mean, there's some here and there. There's plenty all over the place. It's just all over the place. Alright, now that I actually have a base going, I have a better idea of the space that I have available. So there's going to be a wall over here, a wall that goes this way, a wall that blocks this off. There's going to be animals up here. There's going to be my power up here. I think over here I'm going to put the animals, and then we'll have the farm, as well as all of the traps and whatnot to bring you into the base. Alright, so Ken needs to start salvaging because I need more weapons, I need more scrap metal, and I need more room. There, that's a start. Just the close by stuff that's, in the way of my progress. I don't need all of it, just, like I said, what's in my way. I'm going to leave the basic resources out here as they have a longer timer in the sun than these more fragile ones. Get these moved inside. Okay. Yep, get those moved inside. I don't know why there's a spear right here. Whatever. So I have the food over there. Energy surplus. Well, I don't have energy yet, but the energy storage has been researched. Not surplus, research is the word I meant to use. I have the perimeter for the power. The only other thing that I think I need, besides everything, is everything. Okay, so Ken, let's see what you can produce for me really quick. Let me do that in this. Oh, the cure plant. That's what that was. Nice. No, I don't want to cut the cure plant. However, I think there was some over here that I could harvest. Cone mushrooms. Okay, that's another food source, I think. Harvest these. But nice, the cure plant. Very nice. Alright, so as for how much room I want around the base. Let me look at defenses, which I don't have defenses. Let's research defenses. Research automated turrets, and on top of automated turrets, I'm gonna need wooden fortifications. Yep, wooden fortifications, and I would like to have these, but there's just not enough stone. So I'm gonna have to wait for the bugs, or whatever I need to make the carbon nanotubes, which I forget what I need to make those. I generally just go and harvest the nests, which we'll have plenty of those. And I think with the land that I have here, it'll be perfect for how many nests there are. I'll be able to at least get the flooring done. The outer perimeter walls, the inner perimeter wall for where the dogs will be, and maybe the next floor, and then I'm going to have some problems. I'm going to have to produce the things that I'm going to need to make that afterwards. But that's fine, that's fine. I have no problems with that. We're going to be here for a very long time, so there's no point in rushing everything. Now, the one thing that I always tell people not to do while I'm doing my playthroughs of this game is stay away from large builds like this. It's nice to have a large building, yes, but don't build it all at once immediately. or you're going to be here for some time. As you see, they're just barely knocking out the floors now. I still have some survivors that are, doing their manual jobs. Simon and Edmund are cutting and mining. Ken's out there salvaging. Samantha's no longer building. She's out here working on some research. She's trying to get the automated turrets already. Self-destruct alert, here we go. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Expedition. Shooting star can go away. Self-destruct. Ken. Good sir. Go get us some research. Now, I wonder what they're going to give me. Are they going to give me the weapons and the armor, or are they going to give me the power first? As soon as Ken gets over here, we'll find out. And there he goes. Oh, he's now there. There he goes. I was like, what's he doing? And honestly, I couldn't tell you what he just went and did. He grabbed something from the food rack, I'm assuming. Meteor rain. That'll bring me more iron ore that I can farm off the ground. I love that stuff. It's really going to get me through. Alright, Ken. What are we going to receive? Good sir. 91 gas. That's really nice. I mean, it's 15. Since I got the upgrade for the balloon, it's only 15 gasoline now. So that's several turns. New resource leather. Nice. Love to seeing that. Can finally make some boots. A couple other things as well. We'll get to that in a moment. Just had to mute my mic there real quick. Grinding up a little something. Didn't want you to hear my squeaky grinder. And it looks like it was the armors and the weapons. Alright, so I don't see myself making those Spec Ops armors quite yet. However, I might be able to use the sniper rifles. So let me get that learned. It needs carbon nanotubes, and I believe something else to make the armor. And that's like about as endgame as you get, so I'm not going to be making those anytime soon. I think the same thing with the weapons. However, the sniper rifle, I'd prefer to have it unlocked first, just in case I can make them. I won't be using all my resources, just a couple to make the sniper, as opposed to using all of my carbon nanotubes to make armor when I need it to make a base. And I'm still thinking about how far away I want to have all the walls. And which direction I want to place them. So here's the front. Well, quote unquote the front. It will be the back here eventually. Okay, so let's go over to housing. Go over to, does it stick out over here? It does, it goes right up against it. Okay, so floor, stone. I think I'm only going to do 3. Why is it that far down? I'm only going to do 3. Alright, next, let's do the wall. To here, do that, and this. Next, we need the stairs. With a stone. 1 and 2. And then finally the doors. Out of wood. 1 and 2. And there we go. And that's going to be that side of the base. So I think this is going to be the side where all the traps come from. And then everything else being closed back here. And I'll have a little series of things before I get all the animals in. I'll have to do a series of upgrades and deconstruct a few things as well. Alright, so that part's complete. Well, not complete, but the outline is ready to go. Just need to work on some salvage to clean up the front portion of the base, which this is now the front. This is going to be the storage section, which as soon as these bedrooms are done, I'm going to jump on that, get the storage up, continue to, I guess, work the interior over. Now, since I've already discussed that this is going to be the storage section, and this is going to be the living quarters, that leaves me 2 other things that I can put down here. Now, before I get ahead of myself, let me place some walls down. Right, it's about 6. Yeah, it's 6. And then yeah, I'll leave the 4 open right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing over here. And then run that all the way down, and the same thing on this side. And that's going to be the interior wall. Like so. And then the same thing on this side, you guys. To about there. Yeah, to there. And then finish it off. Like so. So that's the interior of the base. And what you're doing with this right here is you're allowing there to be foundation, which you can put a ceiling to go all the way over, and it'll leave an opening, which I want to leave that opening for my dogs to get in and out. So I'm going to have a couple of them in here. And since we're going to work on the dogs, I need to have an animal shelter. So I'll start from right there. Place one right here. I wonder, will there be enough room? No, okay, so let's destroy this one. And then, it's not gonna be, that's fine. I can then do this. And then the same thing over here. Put that right there. Put that right there. Cancel that one because it's too far. There we go. And then the rotation. And that'll be the dog compound. Really, one Juno. Lovely. There we go. So that's going to be where all the dogs sleep. And then I'll have a little bit of room to run around. Okay, next, I have that aggressive Juno to kill. Which it's right there. So let me grab everybody. Bring him over here. He's going to observe the living crystal. And I am going to kill you. Before you can even get to me. Observe. Okay, there we go. So let's see, expedition, do we have anything? We do not. And by we, I mean them, because I'm not doing anything. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. We now have a 6th individual, so they probably want a place to sit at the table. There you go. Low food of 4 days. Alright, I really need to clean up this. Honestly, this one can wait. I need this one and this one so I can build the farm. One thing I might be able to do though is a little temporary farm. So food source, get some grain cob. You know, just doing a little temporary something. Coconuts. Some of that, some of these. No, and I guess a little bit of this. It's the same thing more or less. There we go, that's a little food source. That should keep me going for a little while. Until we can get all of this cleared. Yeah, once I get this cleared, I'll be looking a lot better. Let's see, this is so much closer. Mushrooms, never mind. Not a food source. There's the cure plant. Not ready for harvest yet. Let me take a look at food. Okay, so I'm gonna need some more food. Harvest the coconuts. Harvest the... Oh, I can't harvest that. Harvest the dandelions. And harvest the grain. Harvest this grain as well. And there we are. There I am. I really need to work on that. Alright, so coconut palm. Go ahead and harvest that as well. I can get this salvaged. Let's get the rest of this going. Research on automated turrets is complete. Thank God. Nice with power. I don't have any of these yet. Research. What do I need for this? I need to find silica. Okay, easy. Easy. Mine that up. Or even better, harvest that up. Got this right here too. harvest. Perfect. New resource, silica. Nice. What was I doing? Research, electronics. There. Get some heat pumping so that you can get their own ACs. I need to get electronics before I can do the CPUs. I'm going to hold off on the delivery drones. Like I said, I want to try and utilize some of these other things before I get too far ahead of myself. I've just got her over here researching away without any of this stuff built. What happened to my... Oh, she's working on it. Okay. Just waiting on Samantha to get the basic... never mind. The basic fortifications completed. That way I can get some sort of simple wall placed around the base. And then I can begin the arduous task of allocating all of my wood and all of my scrap metal for the next 30,000 wood and 50,000 scrap metal to what you guys have seen in all of my other videos. However, this time I'm going to take the advice of another one of my viewers who has told me that when they were playing the Guardians DLC that, hey man, you know, I hear you've been struggling a lot. You remember there's these things called fortifications. Little tiny guard towers of sorts that you can climb up and defend from. I haven't used those in so long. So I'm going to probably incorporate them early on, way more early on in the base design. Ooh, sorry, I'm not feeling well. I think I'm coming down with whatever my daughter had. I'm feeling a little nauseous and a little lightheaded. Go ahead and sit down, I guess. Oh, man. Alright, so I said we were going to get this done, but looks like I'm a liar. We're going to get started at least. The first layer of the house. So, I can use this section over here probably as the kitchen. And I'm not sure what I can use this section for. Probably the other half of the kitchen. Or I can alternatively use it for some of my bots that are going to be doing the cooking. And I can make it two-part. I can let them eat here. I can have a two-part kitchen. I can have this side focused on the production of food, and this side focused, well, no, because the food and all that's going to be on this side. Oh, I can put like weapons and armors over here, and tools and all that other stuff over here. And then on this side, I can have a decent sized kitchen, whatever else I need over here, some shelf storage, the big stockpile, and then any extra room for this section right here. I'll have these. The storage shelves. God, my brain doesn't like me. Right, so there we go. We got those fortifications. How far away do I want to place these? Let's start with 5 away. That can be far enough away. to start this? No. Oh well, it's gonna have to work. And then that's where the kill box is gonna go. I'm gonna bring this out so I know exactly where everything's going. And then drag this all the way down. Yeah, and then enclose it. Sam, go ahead and move that scarab statue. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, so fence door. Put that right there. And then I'll have this right here. And probably put a fortification tower like right there. Yeah, something like that. Okay, now I need to get this cleaned up, this one cleaned up, and that one cleaned up, all of these cleaned up, honestly. Get them all cleared out, and then start working on the power. Yeah, getting this cleaned up mostly. So far, so good, I guess. It's not as far as I would have liked to have had it pushed away, but it's not like we're gonna have too many things in here, just a couple dogs and the compound. Gonna have an absolute massive storage area. I mean, look at all this room. All of this right here could be stored, well, is going to be storage. Currently bedrooms. So that's going to get fixed here as soon as we're all done with this place. Still waiting for them to at least make one bedroom so I can move somebody over here. But yeah, we're going to be waiting for quite some time. Now what I can do, I'm gonna need to put the staircase, because this is where the magic happens. Stairs, stone. Never mind, that's not where the magic happens. Forgot I gotta put a ceiling up first before any of that can happen. See, this is where the magic happens, right here. able to put the ceiling on, creating this little hallway for the dogs to get in and out. Let me actually finish the ceiling really quick. I'm getting too many things placed up. It's gonna hurt me. Ooh, it's really gonna hurt me. Mainly because I've got too many things going on. Yeah, might as well just finish off this, I suppose. Get it all ready to be built. All of this nonsense. This is a big base. Man, this thing's too big. It's gonna be a while before they even get to this section. Well, you know what? I might as well just get it all going. It's gonna take a couple years to finish. Oh, nice. Decrease time on the power cell assembly, I think is what that said. Yeah, go ahead and get all of this reactivated. Let them build up their house now. There we go. Because it's probably going to be a while until they get these houses built. And honestly, I've got plenty of room for them in here. It's not really hurting me to have their individual rooms right now. However, I wouldn't mind having my storage room. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that one at all. And the next thing I'm going to need to place are stairs. Because how are my animals going to get up if they can't get up? Place that one right there. Place that in the middle. Place this in the middle. And then place this one off to the side like the other one. There. That way the animals can get in and out. No problems. And a lot of work to do on the base. Everybody's starting to lose it. So what's my food looking like? 4 days. Alright, that's not too shabby. Now I can move over here and I can continue my work with the walls. Like so. And then go over to the tower. And it was 2 over. Yeah, right there. Okay, next. That go long enough? I guess so. And then just run this like this. Not overly important. that's a little unfortunate. Gonna put the fence though. So that's a good question. I cannot. Oh well. That kind of leaves me in a bit of a pickle though. Okay, I have to just remove it. And put a different fortification down. I think right here. Will this allow me? That will allow me. Okay. All but one. Nice. Alright, and I'll just run it from this one. Like so. And then the troublesome part. Getting all of this built. Is that a cap of... I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. Lovely. This is in the way. That's what, 2, and that's 3. Okay. Alright. Man, that is making a ton of noise. Ice maker, what are you doing? Alright, so that's that section. And that'll run up to there. And then 1, 2, 3 from here. This will run up. And yeah, I can't do anything else until, well, I guess I can do this portion. There. And then more or less it's just waiting for all of this to get removed. Trap time. Well, that's unfortunate. Part of my walls don't work. And I'll just do that to have it enclosed, I guess. And be a little wonky looking, whatever. There. Lots of traps. Everybody to the defensive wall. Yeah, floor blight. Huh. Okay. That's new. I don't know why Edmund's going. Oh, because Edmund doesn't have a weapon. And now Edmund's under attack. Edmund. Lord. Run, Edmund. Run. One more left. I don't know where it's at or what it's doing. Oh, it was in there. Okay. That's a lot to do. Like a lot. A lot to do. Lord. That's just way too much. But it's too late to back down. I've already got myself into it. But more or less, that's what the defense is going to look like. I'm going to have it stretched out a little bit more. I might even encompass it this way, depending on how much of a problem the bugs turn out to be. You know, they're not the robots, which means they can't shoot at me. So I'll have the protection. The way in, though, I might have set up with a bunch of flame turrets. I don't know how I feel about that, though. I'll be constantly needing to make gasoline. Yeah, that should be fine for a starter for the traps. So long as I can get the wood placed and all that good stuff, the bugs should die before they even get to the final part of the checkpoint. Ooh, security signal. These are usually good for trying to find somebody. Or resources. Go get it, Ken. Don't worry, I'm gonna have Rita do some of these expeditions here soon. Once she gets some levels up. She's just been cooking and whatnot. But I'm gonna start using her to unlock more of the plants and the animals that I don't have unlocked, you know, the old-fashioned way. Absolute massive compound. This thing is huge. And this is just the house. Can't treat Simon for what? What's wrong with you? Ah, he needs some pills. Okay, so farming, non-edibles. I need this one for sure. So, get some cure plant in my life. And that'll be it for now. Nice bit of grain right there. And a ton of stuff to build. Are some of those traps already, ready to go? I'll be, yeah, they are. Expedition complete, security signal. Please bring somebody back. Nope, they died. Unfortunate. But you know, it is day 42. We're almost a year into this. But then again, honestly, it doesn't matter what year you're on. I think I found a survivor on year 7 once. Yeah, you can keep finding them. It's just significantly diminished chance of finding them. The sooner you have the balloon up and the sooner you're out looking for them, the better off you are. Now what I'm going to do, when Ken gets back and we fill the hot air balloon back up with gasoline, I'm going to send Rita out on a mission. I'm going to send her out on a random exploration to see if she can't find somebody. And in the meantime, Samantha, I'm going to hold off on her researching abilities so that she can get the base caught up on the construction. I need to get some antibiotics to treat Edmund and Simon. I do have food, so that's not gonna be an issue. I did find some armor. That's nice. Pretty much a full set of armor, I think. He's transporting two tops? Two tops right there. Nice. Alright, some more armor for people. That's gonna be massive. I know I say that a lot. But you know, armor in this game is it's huge. It's game changer. You'll go from getting torn to pieces to, you know, you still get hurt, but you won't die as quickly. Sorry, Rita. Refuel this and get... Go on. Because, I need to send her out on that mission, and Samantha needs to hurry up. Because she has all that wood and scrap to start building up. And I also have to build the house so I can support all of my wood and cloth, all of the storage needs that I have. I need to get some refrigeration. I need to get some power, which we're putting power back here. Another reason to get this all taken care of and the base built so I can get power going, get my automated turrets that I have available put up. In about a year or two, they're going to start throwing the flyers at my survivors here. It's going to be a bit of an issue, especially if I don't have the flat cannons up. And with a larger compound like this, I have to have more flat cannons than I would want, and just so that they're actually, honestly, I don't think I have to. So long as I put them on the interior here, it'll focus all of the flyers towards them, but then again, it'll focus the flyers towards my dog pit, which I don't want that. I kind of want my dogs to be protected. Okay, so we're treating. Nope, never mind. Was not treating. Expeditions. What do I have? Just an explorer. Okay, Rita, go on, go on an exploration for me. Hopefully bring me back an observation on something good. A resource that I don't quite have yet. Preferably a food. That'd be swell. Oh yes, another thing that I need to do. Smelt my ores. Okay. There we go, mine that out. Get the first aid kits. I mean, honestly, yeah, get the first aid kits. I need the first aid more than I need food. I've got food all around me. I've got food growing. It's not a lot, but it's some. I've got Ken making... No, he's eating food. Never mind. Alright, so I got the Draka, so that's good. I can send her out on a random expedition and get something. That's mainly what I was experimenting with right there. I wanted to see if sending her out on a random would get me an unlock, as I generally don't send her out too often. You know, I'm more prone to sending Ken out on missions as he has the higher combat level, the higher physical, which when it comes to salvaging, getting scrap metals, or, you know, surviving an animal attack, those two skills are absolutely top tier. They're S tier when it comes to surviving an expedition. If you don't have those two abilities, you're not going to get as much scrap and you're more likely to come back injured. So they're god tier abilities. And Rita, not quite there yet. She's a farmer. Which is why I think I'm just going to send her on random expeditions, and then depending on what it says, I'll send her, or I won't send her, depending. But that's all I have time for now, you guys. We got the basic outline, the bones of the base setup. Now we just have to fill them on in with lots and lots of grind. Oh my god. 22,000 stone, you guys. I'm gonna have to farm the entire everything, everywhere. If it's stone, it's mine. That's gonna be like my next 30 videos, just farming stone. No, I'm not gonna do that to you guys. I'll mix it up. I'll build what I need. Well, they're just gonna build what they want. But I'm gonna get some building going. I'm gonna get some resources harvested in the next one. But again, that's all I have time for. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button for me. Other than that, you guys take care, you stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Later, guys.